All right, everybody, let's do it again. Straight up 902 East Coast. It's dark here. So I want to welcome everybody and thank you for coming to hear more about Nexel, the Wealth and Wellness Company. You know, people are suffering from fibromyalgia, arthritis, multiple sclerosis, anxiety, insomnia, back pain, seizures. And we all know somebody who suffers with at least one of those. These people want relief. I know if I was suffering from that, I want relief too. But here's what's happening. The doctors are prescribing pain pills or opioids to help ease the pain, and it happens a lot. It happens so much that the industry takes in about $78.5 billion with a B dollars a year. Think about that. Let's think in just a minute. $78.5 billion in pain pills. That $78.5 billion of opioids has fueled an opioid addiction epidemic. You all hear about it. The startling statistic is that it kills about 115 Americans every day. Why? 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 Does it have to be this way? No, because you can get relief from an all-natural solution that'll bring balance and less pain to your body. That solution is cannabidiol or CBD, and it's an extract from our famous little plant called the hemp plant. This is nothing new. Roots of CBD go back thousands of years, and its healing properties are well documented throughout history. We got a new video coming out with the history of CBD. You're going to enjoy it. It's part of our symposium tour. You're going to like that. But we have to go back in history a little bit. In the early 1900s, the United States government and a few titans of industry, we don't even have to name them, like DuPont and William Randolph Hearst, and follow the money. They thought it was in their best interest to remove cannabis from its position as a method to treat physical disorders naturally and affordably. Yeah, they demonized it. They criminalized it. The collective result was a nation of citizens with unbalanced endocannabinoid systems and an increase in inflammation associated with disease and pain. Whether you know it or not, anytime we're sick, anytime our systems are out of balance, inflammation is it. Itis means inflammation. On fire, exactly. And what happens? That system that they've been cheating all this time is responsible for influencing and stimulating homeostasis. That's the medical term for balance in your immune and your nervous system. CBD can turn all this around. Absolutely. Enter Nexel, the Wealth and Wellness Company. During our brief company overview tonight, we're going to explain how Nexel's story can be your story. It's important. It's a story about the return of a natural, essential hemp oil called cannabidiol and the financial security that you can achieve through a unique and powerful business model. By the way, my name is Bob Corsi. I know we got a couple guests on the phone tonight. I was told they'd be here. I'm with Nexel, and by the way, I am pleased to share this great news with you. By the end of this presentation, you're going to understand what Nexel is and what it does, the therapeutic benefits of CBD and the financial benefits that Nexel offers. Then you're going to be asked to make a few, let's just make one informed decision to be a part of this lucrative business. So let's get started. What's Nexel? What do we do? Nexel, first off, primarily, our raison d'etre from the French, our reason for being is that we are a personal financial security business. Yeah. This is about making money. Nothing wrong with money. If you can find a simple way to make money, I don't care what you do with it. You can give it all away. You're better off with it than you are without it. Nexel is headquartered in Austin, Texas. Our founder and CEO, Steve Smith, he named the company. He was also the co-architect of the highly successful marketing phenom, XL Communications. I know all this because I met Steve over 25 years ago. I was a part of that organization. It was absolutely phenomenal. That's why we call it the Phenom. Excel was a relationship marketing company that achieved $1.5 billion in revenue in just a few short years. And every time I see that, I chuckle. It was so fast and furious. It was unbelievable. Sorry to borrow the name of the movie there with the cars, but anyway, yeah, we were fast and furious. I think we were way ahead of Vin Diesel, by the way. So it was the youngest company publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. We reached $1 billion in sales faster than Microsoft. That is true. Check it out. The inspiring thing is that Excel's business structure is the same as Excel. And that is the company that grew faster to $1 billion than Microsoft. Well, with the reemergence of CBD, Steve Smith took action. He gave Nextel a first mover advantage in the health and wellness space. All right. He combined an exceptional CBD line, aggressive marketing plan, and a proven business model to create an environment fertile enough to earn serious money. We're not going to get into all that tonight unless I get off on a tangent. I'm talking about serious money. A lot of times when we talk about serious money, I hate to tell you, I think I scare a whole lot of people away. Too good to be true. What a bunch of baloney. I don't believe that. Or the most reasonable reason why people push back is they can't imagine themselves doing that because of who they are, where they come from, and what their current situation is. But anyway, here's the way it works. This is a very simple business. When you join Nextel, you're a part of a team. You're not out there all by yourself. You got lots of people to help you. Your team is your sponsor, and all the others in the company, or at least in your organization, that came in before you did. It's a real simple deal. Each one of those people is responsible to help you succeed. You want to know why? If you don't succeed, they don't. The reason they got involved is because they understand leverage. We're going to talk about that in a minute. You get your own website when you come on in. You're going to get online training. Some of this is what we do. I try to intersperse a few tidbits about what's going on and why. And on Saturdays at 10 o'clock, we talk about things that are happening, and it's great. Anyway, do not neglect or ignore your upline, your leadership team. Go to them. All right, go to them. Ask them the questions. Get them all answered. This is all about clarity. If you're not clear about what we're doing, if you're not clear about why you're doing it, you're not going to do well. So this is important, and I got to get to everybody about that. One thing when you become a managing representative is you can buy up to 4 products every month, CBD products, at the highest volume discount price. Another way to say that is you can't buy it any cheaper, and we've got the finest product there is. So we're going to talk about it right now. CBD is local. CBD is now legal in all 50 states. Forbes, CNBC, Yahoo Finance, the Wall Street Journal. Everybody knows these people. They all report that the growth in the legal cannabis market is phenomenal. XL CBD has 0 THC. And by the way, when we look at our full spectrum CBD, you don't have to remember all this. Let me just rant for a minute. There are over 113 cannabinoids in the plant. One of them out of 113 was THC. That is the component in marijuana that gets people high. CBD, it's a psychocannabinoid. We don't even have to go there. CBD is pure. It's processed tempo. It's fantastic. All right? We got terpenes in there. We got so many ingredients. It's phenomenal. We can't do it all the night. I'll be out here till midnight. You want to go to bed? U.S. CBD consumer sales currently top, hang in here, $512.7 million, and they're forecast to grow to $2.2 billion by 2020. Let's go to the end of 2020. So if we round off 512.7 to $500,000, and we double it next year in 2019, that'll be $1 billion. And we're going to double that $1 billion in 2020. And it says here that it'll probably be $2.2 billion. A lot of us can't even put our hands around that many zeros. But this is a huge opportunity. The window of opportunity, as we say, is open. It will close. We don't know when. It won't be tomorrow. But as it grows, it's phenomenal. How's it going to grow? It's going to grow globally. And our global market is expected to reach $57 billion. Wait, Bob, would you tell me that again? Yeah, in 2020, it's going to be $2.2 billion. But it's expected 7 years later, hang in there, gang, that it's going to be a $57 billion industry. That represents millions of people with the potential to change the quality of their lives when they're introduced to Excel. And how's that going to happen? It's going to happen through our influence. That's our job. That's what we do. The United States, by the way, I was kind of getting on them before. Might have been a blessing in disguise, but we the people, are just beginning to embrace the health benefits of cannabidiol. What do I mean by that? Well, it's real simple. The FDA recently approved Epidiolex, the first CBD product for treating epilepsy. By the way, that strain of epilepsy is called Dravet's disease, and it is highly resistant to most of the pharmaceuticals that are out there. So the government finally came along and took a look at something that has been developed, CBD, right out of the plant, God's fruit. And so anyway, it's been approved. Doesn't it make sense to you that it's going to be improved? It will be improved too. It's going to be approved for the treatment of many maladies, many disorders. All right, I'm one of them. So what's the driver behind the acceptance? The answer is really simple. CBD works. I say it every time I do this presentation. I know that it works for millions of people. I know that it works for thousands of my friends, and I know it works for me, and that's my story. That's my truth. I don't care what anybody else tells me. I'm flattered to hear their stories, and it's great to know. But what story strikes the chord, resonates, as we say, with me the most? It's my story, the way I feel. Most of my friends on the phone know I'm 70 years old. Not so long ago, 70-year-old guy had to get up just to visit to make sure his bathroom was in the same place all night. I wonder if they moved it. Man, I couldn't figure that out. It was getting tiring. But once I started taking CBD, I'm on 1.5 years of it now, and I sleep all night. I might get up early, like 5:35 or 10 to 6 or something, but I go to bed early as well, and I sleep well. And if you don't think that has any positive effect on your mood for the day, you got to think again. That's my little testimonial. I sleep all night. I get a good night's sleep. I wake up in the morning. When I'm cleaning the garage, I lift up the corner to sweep the dirt out underneath it. That's how much energy I've got. Yeah, okay. All right, so next I'll offer three signature products, we're going to call them. CBD products. Tincture that's used under your tongue. Most of you know this. And you can put it on your skin as well. We got gel caps. I take one in the morning and one at lunch. So two a day. And we've also got a soothing topical salve. If you got aches and pains, little cuts and nicks and scratches and little psoriasis and all this other kind of stuff, you just get yourself some of that salve, and it's going to make a remarkable difference to you. And quit watching the TV with all these drugs, because every drug that fixes something, there's a likelihood that it messes something else. Wait until you talk to Doc Pearson. It's called the downward spiral. One pill leads to another, to another, to another. God bless my mom. She isn't on the call tonight, but she's 90 years old, all right? And she's got like a little drugstore. She's in assisted living up in Johnson Beach. I'm moving pretty close to her, by the way. And I say, Ma, what are you doing? She teases me every time I go there. She's like a real stalwart Irish woman, believe me, my mom. And she says, so how you doing, buddy? And I go, I'm doing good. She says, are you still selling drugs? I said, "Ma, I don't sell drugs. I sell a natural solution to everything that you've got. What are you doing today?" She says, "Well, I'm still taking my deal." She's got 13 pills, and she takes 13 of them every day. Now I think she's got like 6 other capsules, and they're going to kill her. I know that. She just keeps saying that the doctors are giving her everything they can to keep her alive. Yeah, they want her to live, so somebody pays for the medicine. That makes me sick. Anyway, sorry for the little sidebar there. So let's talk about our product. Our supplier is the largest hemp growing processor in the country. We've got a patent pending nano-emulsion technology, which happens to boast a 50% absorption rate. That's phenomenal when you compare it to the 10% absorption rate of the liposomal processes that are out there. And incredibly, lucky for us, 85% of all the other CBD processors use that liposomal process. It is slow going. It's not as good as ours. We've got the very best there is. And if you're a rep, you can buy it. Come on. So anyway, we've covered the company and the products. Now we're going to spend a little time on what's in it for you financially. A lot of people don't like to talk about money. I do, not because I love it. That's a sin. I like what it does. I like what a lot of money will afford somebody to do. You can give it to your church. You can give it to your grandkids. You can educate somebody. You can go out there and buy bikes for Christmas, $99 a piece. Go out to Kmart or Walmart and buy a couple of bikes and figure out where you got to take them. You can give it away if you don't want to keep the money for yourself. Save a little bit. Get out of debt. Once you do that, start to give it away. And I know this. It's the law of attraction. Once you start doing that, it comes back to you. And I'm not perfect, believe me. And I'm not giving you a sermon. But I know every time I throw it out there, it keeps coming back. That's why I'm fired up to be on the calls on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And I'm going to stay there. All right? Because I know I've got loyal people. That's what it's all about. We need more loyal people. And that's why we've got to go out there and focus in on the compensation plan. All right, so we're going to spend a little time. I'm going to tell you where the money is, okay? Nextel's compensation plan is it's exceptional. It's a business model that's called relationship marketing. It's relationship marketing because you recruit people that you know and you come to know you got a relationship with. Or we call it referral marketing, and it's something that all of us do all the time that we don't get paid for. Go to a good restaurant. What a cheesecake. Go to this movie. Unbelievable cinematography. I've got this mechanic that just fixes me up. He isn't cheap, but man, every time I do, and I trust him. Same thing is said about the professionals, an accountant and a doctor. All right? If you're blessed with goodness, you go tell somebody. I know you do. And if you tell a whole lot of people, that's the way those shingles, that nasty disorder, but the shingles on all these professional operations. They get to hang a shingle once they build a bit. Well, they put them up early, but once they start to build a business, more businesses are grown by the referral side than anything else. Not billboards, not ads on TV. Big Pharma's got all that wrapped up. I vomit every time I see another one come. Well, I don't vomit, but you got the picture. Sorry for the visual. It just aggravates the heck out of me. And it should aggravate the heck out of you. Oh, by the way, triage is great. If I'm in an accident, you're in an accident, we have a heart attack, somebody's got to drive a spike into my heart to keep me going, I'd rather be alive. If somebody can keep me bleeding or keep me breathing, stop the bleeding, and make me well, get me out of shock, if that requires a little triage medicine right then, I think that's good. I'm not going to eat pumpkin seeds to save my heart attack. So I'm a realist. But here's the deal. This comp plan is real simple. It's about telling a whole lot of people about a great thing. But nothing happens until you have a few customers. How many you need is irrelevant because the comp plan takes care of it if you recruit well and you listen to what we have to say. All right? As a managing representative, you can do a few things. All right. Here, watch this. Register 3 new customers, and each customer purchases our Welcome Essentials for $30. Welcome Essentials consist of 2 5-day samples. If one person buys it, it'll last them 10 days of our core products. So they're going to get the tincture, they're going to get the pills, the capsules, and they're also going to get the soothing gel. That's great. The sales is phenomenal. I love it. Welcome Essentials and any other product in our cache of products count as 1 customer point. So you don't even have to go out and get 3 bodies, 3 persons. You don't have to find that. It's nice if you do. You got a bigger base. But each product that you sell. So if one person buys 3 products, you get 3 customer points, and that's really cool. Why do I say that? Because Nextel pays you $100 for 3 $30 transactions. So if you go out there and get somebody to buy the sample for $30, do that with 3 people, you're going to get $100. All right, and $100 goes to your sponsor. $140 goes to other people. We call it coding. We don't have to worry about that tonight. You're going to build the organizations as you move. Remember on Saturday, I always talk about the unilevel aspect. Quit worrying about 7 levels, 10 levels, 100 levels. My goodness, it ain't going to happen. The more you worry, the more that delta-shaped organization is going to look like a kite. It's going to start skinny, it's going to get broad, then it's going to get skinny in. You got to make sure that you're duplicating the effort. That's the way everybody gets 3 to get 3 to get 3 to get 3 to get 3. And the exponential growth is absolutely fabulous. And that's called leverage. Simply leveraging your efforts will create financial security over a period of time. Over a period of time. If you came in today, don't expect to be financially secure by the end of the year. It ain't going to happen in 1 month. You've got to have the vision to know that exponential growth is math. If 1 gets 3, you got the picture. If those 3 get 3 apiece, you got 9. If those 9 get 3 apiece, you get 20. Well, who's going to put all those people on my 7th level, Bob? And my answer is quite trite. The people on the 6th level are going to put them there. Well, that's cool, Bob. So how am I going to get all those people on the 6th level? Well, just stick with us. You don't have to figure it out tonight. The people on the 5th level put the 6th level there. So in a unilevel plan, how many levels are you responsible for? Work with the people who are willing to work and nobody else. The whiners and the quitters and the people who just can't get going are a waste of your time. I want to quote something to you. It's easier to give birth. I am not a mother, obviously. I've never given birth, and I love the mother of my kids and my mom. It's easier to give birth, says the male, than to raise from the dead, says the same person. So as you get people into the business, you work with the people who see it. You work with the people who want it. And if you don't have people like that, you've got to go out and find them. And they're going to come to you like love when it's least expected. You'll be in the supermarket. You'll be waiting in line at the gas station. You'll be sitting at happy hour talking to somebody and going to go, what the heck do you guys do? And you have a conversation, and it happens. Okay? So leveraging your effort by getting other people involved in the business is the super deal. All right, it's 9:26. Listen, you can upgrade your customers to be managing representatives, and there's a reason why. If you get new customers now, they get a 20% discount on their first order. When the next order comes in, the price is going to go up 20%, obviously. They're going to go, hey, what the heck, blah, blah, blah. They're going to say, well, obviously you're interested in buying the product for less. And they're going to go, well, whoa, what do you think? I'm stupid? And we're going to go, no, brother. Cousin. Oh, your family, they're going to go crazy with you. You're going to say, no. We gave you a 20% discount for your first order. I tried to tell you in the beginning that you should be a managing representative. It's like a buying club. You're going to spend $299.97. You're going to spend $15 a month. If you do what I explained to you, you're going to learn that you got to start focusing on the return on your investment, not the cost of your investment. So you're going to get a whole lot of customers. Can you get 3, 5, 10? You can build a dynasty with 10 people here. All right. Find the people who see it. The pattern continues. The group multiplies. It gains momentum. And then you're going to get promoted to higher leadership positions. By the way, each one of them, you get a raise, and it's bigger than any raise you've ever gotten in the corporate world. I promise you. I've been in the corporate world most of my life. You get these little tidbits, and the economy goes up and takes it away. Or you get a little, oh, my God. Hey, guess what? We gave you a 3% increase, and the inflation was 5. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Write your own ticket. This is a perfectly good place to do it. All right. So I talked to you about $299 and $15. Quit worrying about that. Go borrow it. Borrow it from anybody in your family. Get a credit card. Borrow it on that. We're going to show you as we're talking how you can get that money back relatively quickly. All right. So here's the question. You know 3 people that are in pain, that are suffering from arthritis, people who can't sleep, people who are anxious or depressed. You know, not so long ago, I fit the bill for every single one of them. All right? You got to tell people like me and tell people that you know about CBD and say, just try it. If they try it and it works, they're not going to get rid of you. They're going to be a customer for a long, long time. If they try it and nothing happens, you might recommend that they increase the dosage. You might recommend that they extend that usage for 90 days. If somebody's in pain, do you think it's too much to get them to spend $100 and some odd dollars a month? Every month for 3 months, maybe even 6 months to get fixed? Come on. If they don't do that, then you're going to say pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. You have chosen the option to suffer. I can't get to you. Call me if you need me. That's the way you got to be. There's too many people out there that are hurting. So anyway, my friends, a minute left. We all started with a problem. People are sick. Some are dying. 115 people a day. We offer the solution, cannabidiol, CBD. And we've got another solution to financial freedom. You can help an awful lot of people if you've got it. A presentation, half an hour long, actually 28 minutes. Our presentation was a brief overview of Nexel and our commitment to help you get started. Again, I'm Bob Dorsey. You're going to be hearing from me often. We got a few great things that might replace me with a machine, but that's fine. I'll be around. We discussed 3 topics tonight, my friends: the company, our products, what's in it for you. And now it's your turn to make a decision. Will you join us on this path to wealth and wellness, or are you going to pass? A lot of people do. That's why they are where they are. If we help you get started and coach you to your first couple of promotions, can you think of any reason why we shouldn't do this? Come on. Give me a good reason why you shouldn't do it. I'm afraid. Okay, cool. We'll get you unafraid. I'm lazy. Okay, well, we'll try to motivate you. I'm sick and I just want to feel better. Okay, that's great. I've been in these before and I've always lost. My family thinks I'm stupid. My wife isn't going to support me. You can come up with all the excuses and all the baloney that there is. This is about you, my friends. If you want it, you go and get it. And quit listening to the negativity. Quit listening to the dream stealers. Most of them love you to death. They just don't want you to succeed and leave them behind. I've spent a lot of time studying people, believe me. When we meet, we talk some of our training that's coming up. The world is a very, very complicated place. But the more we make it simple, the more questions we ask, the more we'll be able to respond to what people say. People hate to be sold. They love to buy. Let's just give them a reason. Can you think of any reason why you shouldn't do this? Whoa. Thanks for your attention and your interest. Give it to the person who invited you and have your questions answered. Join us now. Come on, we're going to help you. We're at the end of the year. Don't quit. And I think the sidewalks roll up. You know, when the holidays come, I'm preoccupied. I'm moving. I got to buy a Christmas tree. I've been having this little tree in my place for a while. I think I'm going to buy a 12-footer this year and put it in my family room. Yeah. Now I need ornaments, et cetera, et cetera. So I got to make some coding here. So do you. If you have any questions, get them done. It's about clarity. I told you that. It's 9:32, my friends. We started at 9:01. I was blessed today. Maybe I'll be blessed. Just do this. Get out, my friends.